This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Okay, so whenever Ari is feeling like she's not popping anymore, she pretends to have problems with Moneybagg Yo. She put up the other day, she says, Moneybagg Yo is not my man. Please stop. Then she goes, I wasn't apologizing to y'all. I was apologizing to Mario for being disrespectful because I was out of line. And it was not cause for. I guess like she went off on him, okay, and he, she's trying to apologize to him online, but it's really like this is what happens when you're not married, okay? Like these two have been together for 5 years, 6 years, not married. He's not gonna marry you, and then there's no security in the relationship, so she feels all insecure. And it is what it is. All right. So then she says, when your guy's mad at you, you feel like the world is ending. Well, why don't you guys get married? Nothing bad's gonna happen. It doesn't guarantee anything, but it's more security. It means that he's serious and you're serious. But they're playing games. It's all entertainment for her. It's all about being relevant. Someone said, so Chronic Law never did his research before him take a pic with Meek Mill, because he says Chronic Law only hates Jamaican fish because it looked like him love American fish. That means what fish means. It means hey, because the rumors of Meek Mill and Diddy, all right, so it looks like Cassidy wiped the floor with Easy the Block Captain. I saw some clips from it. Easy to Block Captain wasn't landed anything. Cassidy actually hit him with some real factual shots. And also, it almost came to blows because Easy the Block Captain started spitting all over him with his braces. And it spit all over his face. So they almost got into a fight. Ended pretty quick. It was over. All right, so Cassidy won that one. Cassidy doesn't always win these battles, but he won this one. Then we got Clarissa Shields. Let me see if I have She wants to start fighting girls, okay? She says, these girls are always calling me ugly and this and that. She wants to fight all the girls. It sounds familiar, right? Sounds just like Remy Ma. She wants to fight all the girls. She wants to do a 100K challenge and have a Zeus show where she fights these girls.
You ugly. Oh, you strong looking. Zeus is the perfect home to have this show, to let these girls come and audition.
Someone said, Papoose, get your man.
And I'll put my money where my mouth is, and they come and try to get this 100K and get their ass up. Because I'm telling you, these girls ain't going to make it past 1 minute. Not 1 minute. I ain't even gonna hold them up. But you know what? It costs to get inside the ring with the GOAT. You don't just get a shot at that. It's things you gotta go through. So we can make a whole show of this. But since people want to get participation awards, how about if you beat all the other girls who in the house, you get you a check. And then at the end, you get to decide you want to give up that check and fight against me for the full 100K. Let's talk about that. Don't be mad about my confidence, my self-esteem.
Now, this girl has main character syndrome because nobody's really talking about her. Nobody cares. She found out about that Remy network, and she wants to be on TV too.
How pretty I am, how thick I am, how strong I am. Don't ever think that because you talk about that, that's going to make me feel away. Fine as hell, you ugly, rich as hell, pretty as hell, naturally.
If you have to call yourself pretty every day, I mean, come on. Your insecurities are showing in this video. You already have proven you're a good fighter, but you still have to tell everybody you're a good fighter. It's like, come on. Believe in yourself.
And they be constantly inboxing me, oh, you ugly. Oh, you strong looking. But then I go to their page and she big as a house, big as a well.
Yes.
Strong.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what people have to learn? If people are hating on you, it's good. It means you're doing something with your life. Because if you weren't doing anything with your life, nobody would hate on you. You would have nothing to hate on. People have to realize that, once you realize that, it's very freeing. It's like, oh, okay. If you should worry when they're not hating on you. All right, so this is from Janice Combs, Diddy's mom, who's painted as a groomer in the Diddy doc by 50 Cent. So she puts a statement. I am writing this statement to correct some of the lies presented in the Netflix Sean Combs The Reckoning, released on December 2nd, 2025. These inaccuracies regarding my son Sean's upbringing and family life is intentionally done to mislead viewers and further harm our reputation. In the documentary, I am portrayed as an abusive parent. This is untrue. As I have stated previously, I was a single mother raising my son. I held 3 and 4, even 4 jobs, attempting to provide a comfortable upbringing and quality education for my child. I raised Sean with love and hard work, not abuse. The statement made by Mr. Tim Patterson about Sean's life regarding my relationship with my son is very untruthful and salacious to promote the series. To the contrary, I loved and nurtured Sean. My memories of Sean growing up are one of respectful and diligent child of a teenager. Sean has always been an industrious, goal-oriented overachiever. Moreover, the allegation stated by Mr. Kirk Burroughs that my son slapped me while we were conversing after the tragic City College events on December 28th, 1991, are inaccurate and patently false. That was a very sad day for all of us. For him to use this tragedy and incorporate fake narratives to further his prior failed and a current attempt to gain what was never his. Bad Boy Records is wrong, outrageous, and past offensive, whatever. Of course you would say that, but you know what? She knows the truth. The real truth. Diddy knows the real truth. Whatever it may be. Ja Rule, someone that's very jealous of 50 Cent, still jealous to this day, says, let's be real. That guy don't care about the victims. We all know why he did the doc. Herman's a cancer to the culture. If you care so much, then donate the profits to charities for domestic violence. Yeah, he's not making profits from this. What are you talking about? He got paid to do the doc. It doesn't make money every time someone watches it. Herman's no different. Allegedly, 50 Cent, real name Curtis Jackson, has been involved in at least one well-documented domestic violence incident. In June 2013, he was accused of kicking his ex-girlfriend and the mother of his son, model Daphne Joy, also known as Daphne Narvaez. Narvaez? Okay. In the stomach during an argument in her Los Angeles condominium, as well as destroying approximately $7,100 worth of her property, including furniture, chandelier, and a television. The altercation reportedly stemmed from suspicions of infidelity. Los Angeles authorities charged him with a misdemeanor count domestic violence and 4 counts of misdemeanor vandalism. Jackson pleaded not guilty initially, but later reached a plea deal in 2013, pleading no contest to 1 count of vandalism. The domestic violence charge and 3 vandalism counts were dropped as a part of an agreement. He was sentenced to 3 years of probation, 30 days of community service, 52 weeks of domestic violence counseling, and $7,100 restitution payment to Joy, about $2,400 in fines. And bro, Ja Rule, you're the one. You're pointing fingers and calling people snitch, but then you're highlighting other people's. You're just as bad. You're just as bad as pointing out, oh, this person's doing this and this, and then you're doing the same thing. In Ja Rule, you have skeletons in your closet, but nobody cares to look. Everybody has skeletons in their closet. Obviously, Daphne, whatever her name is, was an opportunist. She took the stand against Diddy. Okay? But she also got with Diddy willingly and did all those things. So, like, she's morally corrupted. We don't know what's true and what's false. And with Ja Rule, we don't hear much from Ja Rule. We can only assume he's a good guy, but he's also a little bit lame. But you know what? All in all, I've never heard anything super negative about him. Only that he cheats on his wife a lot. That's it. But other than that, I've never heard anything bad about Ja Rule. So I can't really say anything. It just seems like he's very jealous, though, because he did want to end 50 Cent's career, and it ended up ending his own career. That's the only thing I could think of. But all in all, I mean, he's had hit records. He made an impact on the culture, a big impact on the culture with him and Irv Gotti. It is what it is. And, it was a failed attempt to stop 50 Cent coming in the game, and it didn't work. And it ended up making Ja Rule look lame. That whole situation. 50 Cent was successful in that. It is what it is, but Ja Rule's Ja Rule, 50 Cent's 50 Cent. But this is coming off as just like, Ja Rule can't come back. He's been trying to come back and rap, and it hasn't been successful. The icon thing isn't successful. If I were him, I would just be mad at Irv Gotti because before he passed, he sold your catalog and made a couple hundred, I think $100+ million off of it. Your catalog, Ashanti's catalog, everybody that was on Murdering, right? And didn't really piece you off. He told you to your face that, hey, I worked hard for that. You guys get to tour. I don't. This is my come up, right? I don't get a piece of your tour money. He said that during Drink Champs, right to Ja Rule's face, talking about Ashanti, Ja Rule, everybody that was on Murdering. It is what it is. There's one more. Jackson denied domestic violence allegations at the time of his attorney, stating he had not been arrested and there was no warrant on his arrest. In 2024, amid this production of Netflix docuseries, Sean Diddy Combs' legal issues, Joy publicly accused Jackson of hard R-ing her and abusing her over the years, referencing the 2013 incident as a part of a pattern, though no charges resulted from these claims. Well, she also took them back because 50 Cent took her to court. And lastly, we got Loose Cannon. Remember him? He was hating on Big U, teamed up with Whack 100 to take Big U down. As soon as he served his purpose and was locked up, Whack 100 threw him to the wolves. Like, see you later, buddy. Ain't no. And his wife was thought that him, Loose Cannon, and him were going to do a show together. Okay? It is what it is. Now, she kind of like got a little too involved with a lot of stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. She was in the moment. It was part of the script, really, it seemed like, so she was going along with it. I don't totally blame her. As a result of them dealing with each other, she had a baby with him, okay? He went to jail. Now she realizes that this man, I guess, is a liar, Loose Cannon. I mean, it's obvious. He said he was a producer, all this. He wasn't. Who knows how involved he was with the Rolling 60s? I think he was just a useful guy to Big U, a useful idiot to Big U. So she soon realized this, and now she's leaving him. So she's talked about this now, and now I guess this guy Loose Cannon is trying to extort her now.
What I got going on and what's going on down in my punani. How about you worry about yourself? Okay, let's get off of that. Second thing I want to address. Yes, I am leaving Loose Cannon. Let's get that clear, since y'all really want to know. And it's not because he's in jail. It's not because he may be facing some time. It's because he continues to lie. And I cannot tolerate it anymore.
All right, so, it is what it is. All right. She's put it out there because you're probably going to see her with someone else. It is what it is. Okay. It's embarrassing. It is. When you get with the wrong person and they play you, we've all been there. All right. It's embarrassing. All right. So Whack 100 glows and says, told you. ATL shows up for Gunna. The Ponce Market want to run the city, run the line. I guess it's like a merch thing he has. Young Thug could never anymore. Not anymore. Before he could, but not now. Tyrese. We'll get to that later. I mean, he's just on there. He's taking a bus at the airport from one terminal to another, which you have to do often, right? Random, I know, but I still enjoy the bus. I'm sure you're confused. From the mansion's Rolls-Royce Dons with Hermes seats to private planes to Miami. Yep. I still like taking the bus and flying JetBlue and Delta and renting cars instead of just being in Ubers and hiring drivers. You can't take an Uber from one terminal to another at the airport. Doesn't work like that. You have to get on. Sometimes when you get off one flight to transfer to the next flight, if you have a connecting flight, you got to take a bus. Some airports are like that. I still love Mexican pizzas and Taco Bell. Jack of the West. He's such a real guy, you know? I have always hoped for that extreme balance of favor and extreme magic. And yet I can still move solo with no bodyguards. Well, who's going to do anything to Tyrese? Tyrese is like an actor that appears once in a while. He's recognizable. But the most that's going to happen is people are going to ask him for an autograph. That's not a threat. You're not like a rapper that has beef. Believe it or not, I actually love laughing at folks that are barely famous who move with 15 bodyguards and 27 deep on an entourage level. Ha 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 ha. All right, Tyrese. Tyrese needs a reality. First of all, we never forgot you begging for money a couple years ago, right? Tyrese is rich, but he's not as rich as he used to be, okay? He doesn't have a hibachi grow in his backyard anymore. Remember, he had the Tronics. What was the thing called? Tron? He was doing this whole studio thing that never took off, right? But it was all about, really, it was never a studio. It was really just him having a hibachi in his backyard with a studio, but there was no production going on, right? So that kind of ran out. He still lives in a mansion. He still has big cars, but he's not where he was before, right? And we're supposed to most famous people can't even afford jets. You just see them on jets because so when you see like Meek Mill or somebody on a jet, somebody's flying him to an event and he'll opt for less money to be on a private jet as travel. Instead of it's important for these people to be seen on private jets. Private jets are truly expensive, okay? And it's a good way to burn through your cash. You should only take a private jet if you have to be somewhere quickly. Like say you have back-to-back bookings and you'll make more money flying on private jet. If the time makes it's like, there you go, Anyways, that's about it. I appreciate you guys. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I will check you on the next one. That's about it. I'm trying to see if I missed anything here. Yep, that's about it. All right. I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.